It's the man YSN, and you're listening to YSN Radio. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. I'm rocking with the man YSN, and you're tuning into the episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South. Got a very special guest on the line with me right now, man. A little different from the guests we usually have. I know we usually do a lot of hip hop, man. We're gonna change it up tonight. We're gonna get into some alt rock, man. We're gonna rock out with our brother Party of Plastic, man. How you doing today, man?
What's up, man? Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you, man. Pleasure to have you, man. How you been, man?
Just relaxing, man.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it, man. Thanksgiving is a week behind us, and we got Christmas right in front of us, brother. How you been enjoying the holiday season?
I'm not a big holiday person, but it's happy times, you know.
No, facts, man. Facts,
Yeah.
man. I can dig it, man. I can dig it, man. Let's talk about let's talk about the music, man. Let's just take it straight to the beginning, brother. Why don't you talk about your upbringing? Where you born? How'd you grow up, and how'd you get into music?
I was born in Mexico City, and I lived there for a little bit. Then I moved to Venezuela, and then I moved back to Mexico, and then moved over here when I was like 11 or 10, and I live in Ohio.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. So growing up in Mexico City and Venezuela, man, how did that shape you into a musician growing up?
Well, I've always loved music. I started listening to music at a very young age. My parents played a lot of classic rock and a lot of Michael Jackson and just hair bands and stuff. So, a lot of that. And I played guitar when I was in Mexico when I was really, really little, and I was complete garbage at it. And I never knew that I would end up singing, man. But I've always loved music, so.
I can dig it, man. So how did you start getting into music, making your own?
When I was like 15, I started rapping, and that lasted a few years, but I always wanted to be a rock star. I never knew that I could sing, man. Till one day I was just like, fuck this, man. The rap stuff is getting, boring for me. I want to do something else. And then I really locked in like 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm going to change my sound completely and do what I love. So here we are.
I can dig it, man. What was that big moment that opened your eyes and saying I need to take this rock stuff seriously?
Well, I changed a lot as a person, man. Life kicked my butt. I got in a lot of trouble. And I just I wanted to make more meaningful music, you know. I wanted to make more I wanted to express myself in different ways, you know.
Right. I can dig it, man. Life will definitely do that to you, especially when it comes to art, man. I feel like art is definitely a window into the human experience, whatever that experience may be, man. So how do you use music to get your point across? What does it mean to you?
I mean, music is beautiful, man, first of all. And I think everybody can agree with me on that. And music helps a lot of people. Music kept me out of trouble. That's probably the biggest one. And keeps me going, man. Gives me a reason to be here. So I love music, man.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Through your journey with music, man, how can you say it's changed your life?
Well, I'm not dead or in jail, so there's that.
Hey.
That's what I mean by kept me out of trouble, man. I've struggled with addiction a lot. It's helped me take better care of myself. It gives me something to look forward to, and it's a healthy way of expressing these negative emotions that we all go through, you know.
No, big time, man. Big time. I like how you're open with your struggles with addiction, man, because a lot of people struggle with that as well, man. Have you been able to connect with your listeners and on that tip and give them some hope? This is like if you could given your own battles, have you been able to relate to people that listen to your music and give them some inspiration?
For sure, man. Well, the thing is, I live in the middle of nowhere, man. Mason, Ohio. You know, most boring suburbs of all time, dude. Like just so there's not a lot going on here, man. But I do have quite a bit of people that listen to me, around the world, And I have had some people reach out to me and just tell me that my music helps them a lot and stuff. And just reading the comments and stuff like that. That's how I connect with my fans as much as I can. But it's difficult being out here, man.
I can dig it, man. So how do you find time to connect with your supporters, even though you do live, like as you said, in the middle of nowhere?
Everything's through the internet, man. Like I said, well, this is gonna, it's crazy because SoundCloud's not as big as it used to be, but that's like where my biggest following is at, and that's where I still post exclusive stuff, because that's what helped me get to where I am today.
No, right, man. There's still like I still use SoundCloud to listen and discover new music, man. So uh I don't think the platform um has gone anywhere at all. I mean, anything that you have to pay $12.99 for a premium subscription of is doing pretty well, if you ask me.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean the fact that it's dying or anything. I'm just saying a lot of people tend to after the 2017 2018 SoundCloud or whatever, a lot of
Right,
people that kind of they just gravitated to other streaming platforms.
right.
But real music heads are still on SoundCloud, and what I
No,
love is the comment section, man. That's how I connect with people.
big time, man. I feel like definitely when it comes to finding like real music, man, like SoundCloud is the way to go, you know.
For sure.
Like you said, the real music heads are still on there, man. Like I still look on Tumblr for a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to like fashion inspo and things like that, man. So I love platforms like SoundCloud and Tumblr, man, because everybody's on the mainstream Apple Music, Spotify, and stuff,
A little
you know.
Tumblr action.
Exactly, man. People don't, every time I bring up Tumblr, everyone is like, people still use that. And it's like, surprisingly, yeah, it's a lot of people on
Dude, I am
there.
alternative rock. Of course I know Tumblr, man.
Big time, man. Big time, man. So talk about some of your inspirations musically, man. I know you said you grew up listening to a lot of hair music, hair bands and stuff like that, man. So who are some of your inspirations growing up?
Man, there's quite a bit. I mean, I grew up on like Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Motley Crue, Journey, just 80s rock stuff, that which I still love to this day. But right now, and as I developed my own music taste, not just whatever my parents were bumping or whatever, I would say the Killers, the Story So Far, the Wonder Years, Blink 182. Lately a lot of 70s and earlier stuff as well. I love Screeching Weasel and underground punk bands like that. But
No, man.
I don't discriminate at all, man. Like I also, like I said, I used to rap, bro. So I love Kanye West. I love Vic Mensa, Old Chance the Rapper, Skizzy Mars, stuff like that as well.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it, man. Like, excuse me, but I definitely have dabbled into a little bit of rock myself, man. Big fan of like Linkin Park, Black Sabbath, bands like that. Man, I actually was able to see Korn live at Bonnaroo over this summer, man. That was an experience.
Corn, that's tight, man. It's tight.
Oh, that was an
Yo.
experience, man. That was an experience. One thing I like about it, bro, I feel like because like a lot of my platform work has been done like in the hip hop and R&B scene, man. But one thing I like about the rock scene is just like how true everyone is to themselves, being themselves, like especially like with rap and hip hop, everything is like image.
It
How
really
can
is, man.
how can I look as cool as possible? And then with that, you kind of lose sight of like who you really are, because you're just so focused on being cool, and whatever cool is. I feel like cool is very subjective, you feel me? But anytime I've been to a rock show, everyone is like their true, authentic self, man. And it's like I've always felt a level of freedom uh that I don't feel, in any other environment, man. So being once you made that switch over to rock music, man, did you have that same feeling that you could be more yourself through this genre?
Man, all right, so two things. First, back to what you were saying about looking as cool as possible, whatever, with rap music. I totally get what you mean, man. It's all, I got more money, I got more girls. I'm a worse person than you.
Right.
It really is like that, bro. It's like I do worse things than you do. I'm the worst, and that's kind of where rap has headed into. When I used to make rap music, I was definitely still true to myself, man. I feel like That's that's what I mean by kept me out of trouble and shit. I was not the bestest person. But with rock, I mean, I touched around. First it was old school rap, then it was more melodic stuff, like SoundCloud era stuff. I made some drill at some point, and then eventually gravitated towards emo rap. And then that's
Mm.
when I was just like, why am I like half-assing alternative stuff when like, hey, there's like real rock that doesn't have 808s and stuff like that. So I was like, I want to do the real deal.
Right, right. Nah, facts, man. I can dig it, man. I can dig it. How do you feel about the current state of rock music?
I think it's coming back hard, man. I think that people don't expect it, but um I think that it's coming back real hard. I think definitely, a lot of people may not, you may not like him, but I think Machine Gun Kelly did something like insane as far as what kids nowadays think of, with punk music, because it's not necessarily true punk what he made, but he opened that door again, man. And after him, a lot of other people started, kind of hopping on that wave. And I don't know, I think that's really cool. And also hyper pop a little bit. It's getting really alternative. So I think people are getting kind of bored with rap. And same with Gene Dawson, man. You know who that is? Gene Dawson's crazy, bro.
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. They I don't know. I'm excited for the future. It's definitely gonna be not 808s, I don't think, man.
Nah, big time, man. And I kind of figured that there we are in the midst of a shift, man, because like I was listening to Lil Uzi's album, the Pink album that just dropped over the summer,
Okay.
and have you listened to it?
I have not. Wait, I know one song is the oh my gosh, what is it called? It's like Dead Something High. Is that the one that's on? Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's like 20 something songs in there. I know like the biggest record off there was I Just Want to Rock. That went
Oh, I
number
know that
one.
song. Yeah, I know that
Yeah.
song. Okay.
But if you listen to the album, man, like, you have like your typical Uzi, songs on there, but like halfway through, like I swear to God, bro, he like literally like it's heavy metal. Like there's
Like actually, or like heavy metal with
no
auto.
like no like real it's
I have
it's
to give
it.
it a listen then, man. I have to give it a listen then, dude.
It's it, like real shit, man. And it's kind of funny how he does it, man, because it's like he kind of like gradually like moves into that direction. Like I said, it starts off like like rapping, what you would expect from an Uzi album, man. And then like towards the middle, like he has a song in there called Suicide Doors, which is one of my favorites. It's like it's kind of like a mix between like rage rap and heavy metal. Then like the deeper that you get into the album,
You're
it just
starting to see that a lot, man. You're starting
yeah,
to see that a lot.
it turns into just like full metal. And like you said, man, like with MGK and a lot of artists, Post Malone, there I feel
Post
like
Malone's crazy, man. Shout
yeah.
out Post Malone, man.
They're taking rap and they're transcending it back into rock, because I feel like for the longest time, like rap and like pop music definitely took the forefront, while rock was just hanging out in the back.
Kind of like
Now it's
2010s era.
yeah, exactly, most definitely. And then now people are like, hey, let's pull this back up, man. And then it's a refreshing sound for sure, man. And so do you feel like with the resurgence of rock being brought to the forefront through hip hop, man, how do you feel being in the midst of that?
Man, I all I have to say is I'm excited for whatever.
Yeah.
Music evolves, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know that it's gonna be something cool, man. I
No,
have
big
faith
time.
in us.
Big time, man. Big time. I can dig it, brother. I can dig it, man. So the name Party of Plastic, man, how'd you get that?
Uh, it can mean a lot of things, man. I just made it up one day, and this kind of goes back to what you were like, the rapper stuff you were talking about, but not even just rap, man. The entertainment industry as a whole, it's a very mannequin-y. It's a very like made up. So like party of plastic, like a party of like everything's fake here.
Right.
Everything looks perfect. But
Yeah,
like
I
there's
can
that,
dig it.
and then also just like a same type of deal, but like feeling like an outsider at a party, like
Right.
with plastic people, and that's what that means, man.
I
But it
can
can
dig
mean
it.
whatever you want it to mean.
Right, right. No, facts. It's always good to leave things open for interpretation. When it comes to your story and your philosophy, man, what do you want listeners to take away from your art when they listen to you?
Uh, I want them to know that it's just me. I mean, good and bad, you know. I'm a human being. You're a human being. We're all humans. Um, and there's good and there's bad with that. And you know, by bad, I don't necessarily mean like bad, bad. I just mean like my art is very raw. You know, I try to keep it very as long as I'm expressing myself correctly and I'm telling what I want to say. I'm putting these emotions out here into sound waves. That's what matters the most to me. And I just want people to hear that. And obviously, take it for what it is, but if they can relate to it or if it helps them or, connect it to their lives in some sort of way, then it's all good.
No, facts, man. Facts, man. I feel like that's if you're able to connect with someone on a spiritual level via your art, it's really the mission accomplished.
It
You
really is.
know,
It really, really is. I make music for, kids like how I was, that's the people that I make music for. Because we've all been there before. We wish we had a certain type of person and we don't have that.
right? What was that person that you wish you had?
um Almost like an older brother, man, just like somebody that's like not like a role model in some sense, but not like a parental role model, like like more. Me and my family are completely different, man. And so that was, and even me and the area that I grew up in, completely different people, man. So I always wish that I had somebody that was kind of on the similar boat as me to relate to. And that's why I spent a lot of time alone growing up, and that's why I look up to a lot of rock stars and stuff like that, because they dealt with a lot of the struggles that I dealt with, and that's what I mean by that.
No, for sure, for sure. I totally feel that, man, because I grew up as the oldest of my siblings, so I've always been the guy as far as like, to
Yo,
my siblings, what I mean? So
yeah.
there's been times where I feel like, wow, I kind of wish I had someone I could, look up and be like, hey, what about
This
this,
is the
that,
older guy, not me. Like,
you're
it
right, so, because it's kind of like it's lonely at the top.
is,
You
man. It
no,
really is.
right, you feel me? But no, I totally understand where you're coming from, man, because I feel like growing up, especially, as a teenager, man, life can be so tricky. Everything around you is changing, your body is changing, the world around you, the way that you view the world is starting to change. You're starting to see things for what it really is. If you don't have someone that you can confide in, who's been there before, that's like you said, it's not a parental figure, because it's so, like, parents is different trying to relate to
Completely
your parents, because
different, man.
they can tell you what to do, they can ground you and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to, like, confide in someone that has that
Yeah.
kind of power over you. It's
And
I,
just like the whole like um the whole first generation immigrant thing, and I'm an only child. It's like, dude, who do I like? There is no manual for this. I have so much pressure on me, man. Like I have to succeed. So it was like,
right. It's a lot, man. And I can't I don't personally have the experience as a first generation immigrant, but I do have friends who, have dealt with that, man, and like watching and like I can just only imagine the amount of pressure that is,
weird, man.
and not having like a sense of community or someone, like it makes a world of a difference, man. It definitely does. I remember when coming into college, you know, they have like different support groups for like first generation college students, or like all these different people coming into school like from different backgrounds, man. And it's like it's so important to have someone you can talk to. So like I always commend people who grew up, who didn't have that growing up, and they find a way to provide that for those who didn't, because you're making the difference that you wish you someone would have made for you, which is poetic in a sense, because it's like uh who knows how they feel better than someone who went through it themselves.
Exactly, man.
I can dig it, man. So in what ways, when it comes to um providing that for your supporters, um how do you go about that, man? Like, do you like talking to do you ever like talk to the people that support you and about the things that they go through, or how do you provide a helping hand to those who listen to you who may need some guidance and going through the same situations that you did?
I this is one of my favorite things about my music. I take a I take a really realistic approach at the way that I view things, and the way that I express things. And what I mean by that is like obviously, mental health, loneliness, sadness, betrayal, anxiety, and drug abuse are very prominent throughout my music. And what I don't know what kind of makes me um feel better is I talk about those things and give you like I said, man, a more realistic approach, because I feel like a lot of times, especially with rap, like I hate to just keep on bringing rap into this, but that's the biggest genre right now, and I feel like there is a lot of glorified drug use, and people don't actually, I mean, like the old rock heads doing other music, and I'm sure some rappers really talk about how how bad drugs are, but like I I don't know. I try to keep everything very realistic, So it is, all those topics that I mentioned, they are very prominent throughout my music, but I'm very real and honest about everything. So that yeah.
No, understandable, man. I really do wish people will be more open and honest, because I feel like especially with the glorification of drug use and rap music in particular is very dangerous, because a lot of people are very impressionable, you
No,
know.
man, like that, like real shit, man. You have a bunch of suburban kids doing the absolute like worst, bro. It's
Right.
crazy. You know what I mean, man?
Just
Like,
because they heard it in the
bro.
song, man. And it's crazy, but because I feel like a lot of musicians, they use the fact that it's quote entertainment as like a crutch, or
But like, is
eh,
it though, bro? Like, you are shaping the next generation, And
exactly.
I've been guilty of making horrendous rap music, But like, like I don't take pride in it anymore. But like,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I wanna leave something that lasts more than 20 years,
No, for
If
sure.
that, yeah.
And I feel like if artists start becoming more honest with the fact that yes, your music does influence people, because if you can get on stage, influence thousands of people to put their hands in the air, or put their phone lights up and dance with you, if you can influence thousands of people to sing every single word to your song, what makes you think you don't influence them to sip some lean, or
Go out and do some, yeah, whatever.
right, do some crazy shit, man. So like,
Yeah.
you're only taking credit for your influence when it comes to like the good things or stuff that makes you look cool. But when it comes to the bad stuff, oh, that's just entertainment, man.
Straight up, man. Like, and
Like
the popo gets involved, and it's like I didn't do nothing.
right. Oh no, that's just entertainment. It's just entertainment. Like, come on
Entertainment.
now, bro. You're literally like, I heard a song the other day. This guy was literally like giving a step-by-step tutorial on how to like make fake pills.
Oh, word! I thought you were about to bring up the Yammer guy, bro, because I just heard that. I forgot what his name was, bro. With the dude that's like teaches people how to do bank fraud in the song, like.
Yeah, yeah, that too. That too. It's like, and I don't know, like you can say like, oh, it's like you can look at it from a trolling sense, like, wow, this guy's crazy, man. Like who's really gonna take this seriously? But there's somebody out there who's like
Well, here's
been
the thing.
waiting
This is the
for
reality. So, like, express your true reality, but don't try to act like no role model. You know what I mean?
right, exactly, because people are gonna listen to this and somebody's gonna try it,
Yeah.
and like and I don't know. I feel like, especially when it comes to drug use, man, I know personally, because I DJ, I host a radio show, man.
Oh, what's up, man?
And
DJ.
yeah, so I take pride in the fact that I try my best not to play music that encourages that, because I feel like, as the artist has a responsibility to be mindful of the content, as a person who is uh essentially a tastemaker, I also have a responsibility as well to, like, because people, as a DJ or and a radio host, people look at, guys like, well, you know what's cool. If you're saying this music is cool, then it must be sick.
Cool, man.
So like, that being said, man, like the more mindful you were becoming, you became about the content that you put out, man. How have you adjusted your approach musically in talking about your experience and making it more so as like making it a cautionary story versus like, hey, it's so cool to do this, you know? How what was that adjustment like for you?
I I don't. So here's the thing, man. And in this project that we're discussing, the to the ones I love and miss EP, I don't touch very much on like the darker side of my past,
Hmm.
but on this next project that I'm working on, I made a character and I talked about him on my previous interview. His name is Johnny Sabotage, and he's just kind of like this 15-year-old kid, and he's like a lost soul, man, and he's like some dude that started selling drugs and doing bad things, and it kicked him in the ass, and
Right.
he always had love in his heart, but like he got in deep and he got in bad, and that's I don't know, I'm making up a lot of characters with my songs, and I also started speaking in third person, and it's it's just the way that you approach things has to be almost like a narrative if you really want to deliver the straight message you're trying to.
No, no, for sure. That kind of reminds me of Tyler the Creator and what he did with the Wolf Haley character. Like
Exactly, yeah, something like that, man.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So in creating this character, were you able like tapping into those darker experiences and personifying them in this character? How was that a therapeutic feeling for you processing through those emotions?
It was definitely a lot of analyzing battle scars, man, and a lot of not only looking at my story, but also those around me, those people around me, bro, because we all know people like Johnny, we all
Right.
know people that are especially growing up, man. Obviously, I don't know how old are you, man?
25.
You're 25. All right, man. I'm 22. So we're still young, but we're a little bit more grown now. But especially when like when you're in high school, middle school, stuff like that, you often see these characters that like they almost like light themselves on fire. You know what I mean, man?
Right.
And I don't know. That's what inspired me and my own self destructiveness, and just a lot of the people around me. So I wanted to make a character that's based on what a lot of I feel like this generation can relate to. And this goes back to what we were talking about, where like you have all these suburban kids like doing stupid shit now, and it's not like it's not what it seems, man.
Right, right, right. Nah, man, I can dig it, man. I definitely can, brother. So on this new EP, man, to all the ones I love and miss, man, why don't what can we expect to hear on this?
So the to the ones I love and miss, that came out in October, so
Hmm.
it's still really really fresh. October 6th, I think. Um, the biggest song right now on that is Blue,
Right.
which is the title track. The parentheses is the the album title.
Yeah.
And that song is actually about as a drug addict and as a as not the greatest person. When you do start to get better and you get clean, even if
Right.
it's not forever, but when you start to calm down and like really see things for what they are, you realize you burn a lot of bridges, you hurt a lot of people. That song is almost like an apology letter, and
Hmm.
it's like wishing everybody that you brought down with you, or that you hurt in some aspect or just lost, wishing them love and wishing them the best. That's kind of the whole message of the tape, man. In that tape I discuss I'd say everything from like the age of like 19 up until now. It is
Right.
on the next project that I'm working on where I really tap into my teenage years, and that the Johnny character and all that stuff I was telling you about.
For sure, for sure. And can we expect that in 2024?
I don't know, man. I definitely have something for you guys 2024. This is a big project.
Heck yeah, man. I can dig it, man. How do you feel about collaborations?
Ooh, so that's I currently only have collaborations on my catalog with like three people, and only one of them is a constant. There's one guy named Zidel, and he was the one that helps me engineer all my music. All the music that I have put out. To this day, he's the one that has helped me engineer all that stuff. And I have probably 30 songs with dude, if that, maybe
Oh,
more.
that's a lot of songs.
Yeah, bro. That's my my most consistent feature. I'm really picky with who I collaborate with. Topics, like I said, man, and just I'm really big on energy. I don't pay for features. I don't charge for features. I have to like what you're saying, and I have to like you as a person and what you sound like.
Right.
I make art for art. I don't care about the money. The money's gonna come.
No, big time, man. Big time for sure. I like that, man, because I feel like, a lot of people get so wrapped up in the financial aspects that it becomes more of a money grab.
I mean, obviously, motherfuckers gotta eat, but
right.
You know what I mean?
Bills got to get paid, man. Bills got to get paid. But which I understand, but I definitely feel like it kind of dilutes the art form, because the passion leaves.
Yeah, bro. No, most definitely. For example, look at people like Lil Peep, bro. He has, I mean, obviously he's got a lot of his collabs are with Tracy and stuff, but also you see a lot of collabs with randoms that who the fuck is this, and why and what, and Peep carries the whole song. And there's a lot of rappers like that. That's just the first person that I thought of because he's more alternative, but I feel like he was very different than the people that he worked with. And,
right.
I don't want to end up like that,
No, definitely, man. Definitely, man. So for the people who want to check out Party of Plastic, man, learn more about you, where can they find you on social media? Where can they find your music?
It's on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. SoundCloud is where all my stuff is at. Apple Music and Spotify and Amazon. That's just the new project. But it's just Party of Plastic. And so is my Instagram.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, man. Well, I really did appreciate this conversation with you, man. I feel like we definitely tapped into a lot of emotions, and I think people is gonna will be able to get a lot of insight out of this conversation that we had today, man. So I'm very excited and happy that I was able to share the time with you, man. I appreciate your time today.
There you go, man. I appreciate you too.
No problem, man. No problem, man. Make sure you guys tap in with Party of Plastic. Check out his new album. To all the ones I love and miss, man. It's a really lovely piece of work, man. It's really lovely piece of work, man. Check him out. It's definitely coming up, man. It's been another episode of the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio, man. We got everything. Check out all the episodes on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. Check out the website, ysnradio.com. Get you a t-shirt. We got nominated for Podcast of the Year, Southern Entertainment Awards. Vote for us. I'd love to bring home a trophy. Enough shameless plugs. Make sure you check out Party of Plastic, man. Until next time, same place. It's the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Let's go.